Hello, students. So we are on day 1. We are going to be doing history, day 1, week 3. So today is April 6th, Monday. And our history lesson, of course, is going to start out in our green textbook. So make sure you've got your history book and practice page out of your green practice page book. 24. So if you've got those two things ready, then you can come back on. Okay, so pause, get your history book, get your practice page 24, and we'll get ready, okay? I'm trying to position myself so that there's not a lot of glare, okay? So the title of this is Make a Choice by Voting, and we've talked about some of this stuff before, but we're going to go over it again, okay? We haven't done these particular pages, but we just had voting, and we had the voting booths up in the church foyer, and so you guys got to kind of experience that. Let's go ahead and read why it matters on the top of page 150, okay? It says, in the United States, citizens choose their leaders. They vote in an election. A vote is a choice that gets counted. And sometime later when we do our California studies, you'll learn a little bit about how some other countries do that and how it is a very special privilege to be able to vote because not everyone gets to choose their leaders. What you need to know. Number 1, before people vote, they think about who will do the best job. They'll research, they'll read flyers, they might listen to debates on television, all sorts of things. Number 2, to vote in most elections, people mark a ballot. A ballot lists all of the choices, and its real ballot is very long. Voters mark their choice in secret. We talked about that. The ballots are not counted until everyone has voted. And thirdly, the winner of an election is the person who gets the most votes. This is called majority rule. Majority means more than half, okay? If the majority, if we took a vote in school who wanted to get donuts for a marble party or who wanted ice cream bars, and there's 25 of you, if 13 people said they wanted donuts and 12 said they wanted ice cream bars, the majority would be 13, so we would have donuts. Okay, so majority actually means more than half. All right, so on the next page, 151, it says, imagine that your classroom is a community that wants to choose a new mayor. 4 people want to lead the community, but only 1 can be mayor. So you make ballots that list the name of each person who wants to be mayor, and then you give each citizen a ballot to mark. When everyone has voted, collect the ballots, count the votes, and the winner is the person who gets the most votes. So there you see you've got Vivian, Eric, Jennifer, and Tony. So who would you say won this particular election? Did you say Eric? You're right, because he got 15 votes. The one person who came in last would be Jennifer. She only got 3 votes, and so on, okay? So at this point, I want you to take page 24 out of your practice book, if you need to pause, and go ahead and get that headed, okay? So it's page 24, and it's called Tally the Votes, okay? And go ahead and head it, okay? And then pause and come back. All right, you're back. Heading on? Good. I have to hold up a little bit closer because mine is so tiny. It says a 2nd grade class voted on names for the class rabbit. Look at the results of the vote and then answer the questions below. Okay, question number 1. Which name got the most votes? So take a look at that. If you said Hoppy, you're right. Hoppy got 6 votes. Capital H-O-P-P-Y. You can go ahead and write that. Then I'm having a really hard time seeing this. And I've never needed glasses for up close before. Which name got only one vote? Scooter. He's a rabbit, he doesn't know. Capital S, Scooter. How many children voted? How are you going to find that out? Well, you got to count all the votes. Are you going to count by ones? I hope not. You have that. You have a 2, a 5, another 5, 1. If I were you, I'd go 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, right? You don't have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Count by 5s, take the shortcut. So 14 people got to vote. So set that aside, save it. We'll do the back side another time. Put that away. And hopefully you didn't close your book. But if you did, pause this tape, this video, and open your anthology back up to page 152. Okay, we're going to read a biography, which you know means a story of someone's life. Autobiography is the story that they wrote about themselves, but a biography someone else wrote about them. So turn to page 152 in your anthology, and we'll start. Pause me if you need time. All right, 152 is about Thurgood Marshall. I do believe we talked about him during our February Black History Month, but let's just remind ourselves who he was. Thurgood Marshall helped change the laws of the United States. When Marshall was a young boy, his father taught him to speak up for what he believed in. Thurgood Marshall went on to use this skill when he became a lawyer. He spent his life fighting for equal rights. And then go ahead and read the caption right next to his picture. What does that say? That's right, he was the first African-American Supreme Court Justice. What do you know about the Supreme Court Justices? They serve for a lifetime unless they die or decide to retire. You're right. So it's very important who's on the Supreme Court because they could be there for a very long time. Look up and the caption on the top of page 153 next to those old photographs and read that with me. It says, Thurgood Marshall said that school children cannot be separated because of their races. So this is what was going on. When he retired, Justice Marshall had served longer than all but one of the justices of the Supreme Court. Pretty cool. In 1967, Thurgood Marshall was selected to be a justice or a judge of the Supreme Court of the United States of America. Congress had to approve. President Lyndon Johnson at the time told Congress this about Marshall, and this is what he said. It is the right thing to do, the right time to do it, the right man, and the right place. Thurgood Marshall was a respected justice of the Supreme Court for 24 years. That's a long time. Okay, look at his bio. That's a little timeline that goes vertical, it goes down. In 1933, what happened to him? He received his law degree from Howard University. That's the college he went to. And then in 1940, he won his first case before the Supreme Court as a lawyer. And then in 1954, he won the case called Brown versus the Board of Education of Topeka. And that had to do with equal rights for children of all races to be able to attend the same school. And in 1991, he retired. And it just so happens that he died only 2 years after he retired, so he didn't have a whole lot of retirement, which says, you know, maybe we should keep working. In 1993, he died, and he was 84 years old at the time. Okay, so we will continue next time we have history. So you can go ahead and put your history away. And if you'd like, you can go onto YouTube with your parents' help and see if you can find any information on Thurgood Marshall. You could look up his name, but put for elementary school children. You'll want to type that in too, okay? All right, we will talk later. Bye-bye.